Dear Boomers, I am going to be exploring longevity on this channel for a while. And today I listened to a podcast by Peter Attia, who is supposed to be, he's written a number of books probably, and he is supposed to be a #1 longevity expert. So as I looked at this, one of the emphasis of this one podcast that I was listening to had to do with how we can plan for the last 10 years of our life. And of course, he is a young man in his 40s. I mean, to me, that's young. And he is very interesting. He talks about the 5 pillars of health, that which are nutrition, exercise, sleep, emotional health, supplements. And these things it's hard to balance all of this stuff at once. So you choose one, and as you work with it, then the other things might tend to fall into place for us. He starts with exercise as an example. He talks about nutrition, first of all, and how much you eat has a lot to do with our health. So if you eat too much, that just becomes a problem. And he does talk about intermittent fasting, which may or may not be for everybody, but it goes under the supposition that you eat something. When you start eating, you stop eating about, the best window of time is 4 hours. So if you start eating at 10 o'clock in the morning and stop eating at 2, then don't eat for the rest of the day, that's better for your body than eating all day long and then eating before you go to bed and this sort of thing. So it's good to eat slowly, and so that your body can tell you when it's too full. You can stop, you can get up and walk around, do some breathing to ascertain whether you have eaten enough. So that's one thing you can do. We need to think about, when we go shopping, to not walk around the whole store, because there's a certain area of the store that has more processed food in it. So that he recommends walking around the perimeter of the store and buying the things that you need there. And of course, as we have talked about, growing a garden and eating organic foods. We live in an area here in Lancaster County which is the best irrigated farmland in the world, or used to be. Now it's just like everywhere else, is filled with chemicals. So if you're living in a place that hasn't used chemicals for a number of years, and you start planting gardens in an unchemicalized area, you run a good chance of not having chemicals in your food. That's one thing. So eating, nutrition, exercise. So there are people who are absolutely sedentary. They are so sedentary they may not even get up out of their chair for the whole day. Now, when we're talking about the last decade of our life, we don't really know when we are going to pass on. But one of the things we can do to probably make that less of a chance is to exercise. My main form of exercise is a squatting. I do these squats every day, which I have become it has become a habit where I can go up to 100 times, and I find that this has been very helpful to me in my balance. It's important to try to concentrate when you feel like you're slipping and falling. The more strength you have in your lower body, the less chance you have of slipping and falling. Or you can catch yourself from the slip that leads to a fall. And as we have mentioned, falling is one of our greatest fears as we get older. So if you get somebody who's totally sedentary and they get up and start doing a little bit every day, a modest amount to reduce fall risks, reduce mortality, they will be able to enjoy a quality of life. We have to look at our lives as enjoying our quality of life as opposed to our quantity of life. So we need to realize that living a life full of gratitude for the moment, we stand a much better chance to be happy. And that's important. So, walking is the easiest form of exercise to undertake. Cycling, people like to cycle, but falling off that bicycle isn't the best thing to do. But swimming, if you have a Y nearby, that's a good thing. He also does cold water plunges, and lots of these longevity experts do these cold water plunges. And I think I would be able to do that if I were with a bunch of other people who are doing it. I just don't have the willpower to do it by myself. And then people do cycling and boxing. And they add, after a while you start adding too, which is very interesting. Nutrition is very important, as is exercise. And then he talks about sleep. It's important not to have your iPhone especially is more harmful, say, than a television. The light emanating from an iPhone is more harmful than if you had a television in your room. But ideally, it's good to get all of these blue lights out of the room, and if you have to, it's a good idea to read. If you have to find some way to fall asleep, it isn't a bad idea to read a book for a while, and then that will help you fall asleep. Or meditate. And meditation is highly recommended, probably twice a day. And when you get up out of bed in the morning, don't look at the news and don't look at your iPhone and don't look at your emails. Sit and meditate quietly, and that sets the stage for the rest of the day. Add to that a meditation period before you go to bed at night, and that is very, very helpful. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. What is it that you feel you need to do to add to your life experience in order to feel as if you are helping yourself live as high a quality as you can? I know that I have people I can talk to every day in my accountability groups, which I find to be very helpful. And doing this YouTube channel is very helpful for me to feel like I'm helping other people to feel that, to help them get some guidance in their life and some direction. So emotional health is important. How do we, and I think that's a personal thing. How do you feel you need to change your life perhaps to feel more emotionally whole and centered and feel as if you are balanced? And meditation, again, is very helpful for your emotional health. Very important maybe to even do more than twice a day of meditation, especially in retirement. We have more time. Meditating and focusing on gratitude for the life, not only the life that you have, but the life that is coming to you in waves of abundance and prosperity. I think that getting involved in online business activities has been very helpful to me, and I am almost up to 500 YouTube subscribers, and I only need 500 more to gain an income on YouTube. So if you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. I would appreciate it very much. And then on TikTok, I have 500 subscribers there. All I need is 500 more to make an income on TikTok. But the most important thing is not to look ahead and think that I can only be happy when I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube or 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. The most important thing is to enjoy every moment as it arises and as it falls, as the ebb and the flow of life. One of the things I have been doing that I am guilty of is paying attention to this election cycle. It has knocked me off my game of meditation because when I get up in the morning, I've been looking at the news. So I am going to stop that, and I have stopped it. In this moment, I've made a pledge to stop it because it is not helping me. It's not helping me. I don't think it helps anybody, but we all are afraid of what could happen in a dictatorship. But I think that I'm going to go door to door and canvass for the Democratic Party starting in October on Saturdays, and do it for a few hours with little Masso, and he is so sociable that it will be fun for him. So, we talked about supplements. We haven't really touched on supplements. My favorite supplements are Dr. Gundry, and I actually have an affiliate link for Dr. Gundry vitamins. If anybody is interested, I can give it to you. He, if you subscribe to Gundry, you can get some pretty good deals. And not only that, but he offers good deals. He will choose you for good deals if you subscribe to him through my link. But anyway, his supplements have helped me quite a bit, and have helped me not have the pain that I would normally probably have because of osteoarthritis in my hips. So peace to you all, love to all, and more to come. Bye-bye.